everyone, it's Jenny here and welcome back to another video. Now this video is probably one where my head's going to be all over the place because right now it seems like 2017 is probably the worst year for Hello Project Idol's health or just bad luck in general. Now it just seems like, not literally half, but it seems like half of the members have gone AWOL, they've gone from the company, they're taking breaks, they've had health problems, scandals, just all sorts of different things. And I'm sat there going, what the hell, Hello Project? There's been a lot of fans blaming the company for all of these things happening. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, all these girls are having health problems, all of these girls are having scandals, there's a common denominator here, they're all part of Hello Project, so is Hello Project doing anything to kind of help with the girls' mental states or their influence in wanting to continue to work with this project? Now, I'm going to be talking about the different issues, not in any specific order. I probably won't talk about all of them because there's been so many things happening, I can't remember all of them, but I'm going to try and go over as many of them as I can. Now, number one was Fuji Ryo from Kabuki Factory. She announced her graduation quite a long while ago and now she's suddenly been fired from Hello Project. I talked about this in more detail in a previous video. The link is down in the description box below if you want to watch that. I was kind of in a, I don't know, but then after another scandal happened with Kabuki Factory, I'm sat there thinking, is there something about the group that's not working? Or is it management in terms of this group? Because it feels like it's a rotating circle where one group will get preferential treatment and then the next one will get preferential treatment. And then the previous group suddenly slated for not having enough singles or promotion or whatever. And it's just a big, massive FU to the girls, basically. But then the second scandal happened where Ogawa Rina from Kabuki Factory was found in a dating scandal. Now, again, the one problem that I have with Hello Project is that they never admit when a mistake has been made by the girls. Now, as far as Fuji Ryo is concerned, they've announced that she's gone. That's perfectly fine. And they don't have to disclose any more information as far as they're concerned. It could be a private matter that could be against the law to reveal. I don't know what's happened with Ryo, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on, so I can't comment on that. But with Ogawa Rina, she's been caught in a dating scandal and it's really hard to give another reason. Apparently there's never been an official announcement from Hello Project about this, which is really kind of annoying because these girls represent your company, and if you're not willing to discipline them, then it kind of gives the other girls to think, oh, if I get caught in a dating scandal, I can get away with it. And then if one girl, the 10th girl has a dating scandal, you know, suddenly Hello Project suddenly tighten down on security measures in terms of dating scandals, and then fans say that's preferential treatment, it's not fair. So it kind of feels like you either start admitting these dating scandals or just keep ignoring them. But I feel like they need to take responsibility because these girls are breaking contracts. And as much as I'm kind of umming and ahhing about idols being able to date, in this respect it's kind of, I don't know, it really annoys me when Hello Project do not admit that a girl's made a mistake. And it's kind of obvious that Ogawa Rina had a dating scandal. There's Purikura photos of her with a guy, and I think there was some random rumour going on that apparently it was her brother to kind of defend her, but it's just, I have a lot of younger brothers and I've never really embraced them in that way. I find it quite odd. It might be different in Japan, I don't know, but I definitely think she had a dating scandal and it's kind of annoying. Like in Cute's case, when Mai and Chisato were caught in dating scandals, I can understand why Hello Project would let them get away with it because they'd already announced their graduation from the group and they were due to graduate, and they're at their age where it's ridiculous to have not have dated by then or be interested in dating, so I could kind of let that slide. But Kabuki Factory is still kind of a new group, and to see a lot of this kind of stuff happening, it's very problematic for the group. You know, they're still establishing their reputation, and if two members have suddenly gone within the space of a couple of weeks, you know, obviously fans are going to think, is there any discipline in this group? And I know in Japan, the culture over there is that you have to be very disciplined in your work. If you're not disciplined in your work, then it's this whole belief that, you know, you're not useful to society, that kind of thing. I could go into more depth about that, but I don't have a full understanding, but you can kind of get the gist of where I'm coming from. So I think in terms of dating, if a girl has broken a contract, they need to stamp down on it, because it just gives the other workers in the company the excuse to say, well, if she can do it, then I can do it too. Because it happens in every kind of business. If one person falls from the tree, the others are going to follow if there's no punishment involved. And then the next one the next few, they're not scandals, but the next few girls that have left have something to do with the health. Now, this is physical and mental health. Now, as an idol, you have a lot of pressure. In terms of the physical demands, you're learning dance routines, you're constantly travelling the country, you're doing handshake events, photo shoots, television shows, and it might not seem like Hello Project do a lot, but not only do the groups have their own tours through the year, but they also have the big Hello Project tours, and you've got probably about 50 plus girls all working together in one big setting, so it can get quite physically demanding for the girls, because I don't think they have many days off throughout the year. So I wouldn't be surprised when girls get physical injuries. Now, Sato Masaki took a break from Morning Musume quite a while ago because she had a bad disc in her back. I think it's a herniated disc, but I might be completely wrong about that. But the trouble with that was that she had to take a break, because if you have damage to your back, it's going to have very, very long-term repercussions for you in later years. And she's still a young girl, and I really don't want her to retire with back damage. Now, she was away for quite a while, and then she came back, and obviously a lot of people, including me, were worried that she might be back too early. And there's been footage of her in concerts where she's had to skip songs, or she looks like she's in discomfort. So I've got the horrible feeling that she's come back too soon and that she might get another injury. But this time it might not be repairable, and it might be a permanent damage. And the problem that I have with Hello Project is that obviously the doctor might have said she's okay to go, but the common sense is that she's part of an idol group where they have very, very complex dance moves. And if you're going to do complex dance routines, you need to be physically capable and healthy enough to carry out these dances. And I don't think Masaki was ever ready when she returned. She has a damaged back, ease her back into it. If she's not capable of doing the full dance formation, have her stand on the side like Takahashi Ai did. I think it was a tour in 2007 where she had an ankle injury, but she still took part in the performance, but she was stood to the side and sang her singing bits and did a few little arm gestures to kind of coordinate with the rest of the members in their dance moves. But they just kind of threw her back in. Now, I don't know whether Masaki said, look, I need to get back in, but as a company that's responsible for the girls' health, they haven't really done the best for it. And I think because of that, and the stream of girls that have followed after with their own problems, I think it's kind of given Hello Project a kick in the teeth to say, shit, things aren't being run the way that we want them to. We need to take better care of these girls. Now, I know Maho from Angami and again Ogawa Arena both said they were going to take a hiatus from Hello Project due to anxiety and a panic disorder. Now, with Maho, she's updated us and said she's getting better, and I can really tell that she's had a difficult time with this. So I'm very, very happy that Hello Project have given her the freedom to take a break. But with Ogawa Arena, I'm not going to like speculate that she only left because of anxiety to disguise her dating scandal or hide her dating scandal. But she might have genuinely had anxiety, and anxiety is a condition that I guess wasn't really taken seriously until probably recently, because a lot of young people are coming out now with depression, anxiety, and it's become a very, very common thing within young people. It's still kind of taboo for some people, because I know young people, even myself, have gone to people and said, I'm feeling depressed, or I'm feeling anxious, and people could kind of brush it off going, oh, you're being silly, you've got nothing to worry about, what's there to worry about? But there's a lot of small things that people can get really anxious and depressed over. So I'm really, really glad that they've given Ogawa Arena and Maho the chance to kind of go away from work for a while and kind of collect themselves and maybe see if they are confident enough to return back to work, which I'm very, very happy about, because in Japan, mental health is really a taboo subject. Like, when people think of depression, you know, it's this whole, you need to be a useful member of society, and if you're depressed, you're not going to work well, you're not going to help towards the economy, and it can really, really affect a lot of Japanese people. It's a very common thing in Japan, so you would really think that there'd be a lot of medical health experts, mental health experts that are there to help the problem, but there doesn't really seem to be anything happening. There might be things happening, but as far as it being reported in the Western world, it's not really something that's talked about as far as I'm aware. So I really think there needs to be better treatment and acceptance that these mental health problems do exist. Because just because it's not physically there doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Because I can tell you that mental health is just as bad as physical health. And then again, Karin from Induced Youth has also announced that she's taking a break because she's having trouble with her throat. I'm not exactly sure what the condition is, but it's something that it's a very difficult thing to have. And so I'm quite worried, because I'm going to see Induced Youth in London later this year. It's actually technically next month, which I'm very excited for, but I'm kind of worried that she might not be able to make the tour, but at the same time I want her to get well. And that's another thing, taking care of the girls' voices. I mean, there's a lot of talented members within Hello Project, but when it comes to the lead singers, there always seems to be extra pressure on them, and I'm not sure if they really have the best coaches or any teaching going on in terms of using their voice appropriately or treating their voices well. I mean, to be honest, it could be a poor diet maybe. I mean, these girls are practicing day in and day out, concerts, etc., and they might not be able to eat as healthily as they might like, because it seems when you're on tour, it seems a bit more cheaper to have like snack food or junk food rather than proper meals. But then again, it might be completely different in Hello Project. They might give them full meals, but there's a lot of little things that can contribute to a bad voice. So I really hope Hello Project are aware of this problem and want to fix it. But it's definitely something that can be discussed. I mean, I'd love to discuss about it with you in the comments down below, because I feel like there's a lot of things that can be discussed of how Hello Project can improve, what they could improve on, and what changes could be made in the future. Because being an idol, as much as it looks fun and exciting, it probably is a very, very pressurising job. And these girls are young. They're going through their childhood with these very, very difficult jobs, and it can take its toll, from what I can see. But that's just my thoughts about, I guess, the disaster that's Hello Project at the moment. I can't really say that it's 100% the company, but it might be just by chance that these girls have suddenly fallen ill or have these problems. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Do you think it's Hello Project's problem and fault that this is happening? Or is it maybe the girls are not taking care of themselves properly as their own responsibility? Let me know down in the comments below, because it would be quite an interesting conversation. But I think that's everything that I can think of. If I've missed any members out, please let me know down in the comments below, and I will let you know my opinion about them. So I think that's it for this video. So thank you guys for watching. Again, please comment down in the comments below. And until I see you in the next video, have a great day or night wherever you are.